We hold these truths self-evident. All men are created equal, endowed by their Creator. Sounds corny when you say it. But the American people, basically, in their gut, we've never met it, but that's the aspiration, and they're not giving up on it. You know, Barack and I agreed to remain silent for a while to give this administration a chance to get up and running the first year. God forgive me. But I could not remain silent after Charlottesville. No, I want to be deadly earnest with you about this. That's why I wrote an article for Atlantic Magazine entitled "The Battle for America's Soul," because don't clap, or you can boo if you want, but don't clap. But I'm serious. I'm serious. This is about basic decency. The idea that goons could come out of fields at night with lighted torches, carrying Nazi flags, chanting the same exact anti-Semitic bile that was chanted in the streets of Nuremberg and Berlin and every other German city in the 30s. No, but look, get serious, guys. So hush up. This is deadly earnest. We are in a fight for America's soul. And we have leaders who at the time when that occurred, when these guys were accompanied by white supremacists and Ku Klux Klan and those who objected, making a comparison saying they're good people in both groups. What has become of us? Our children are listening, and our silence is complicity. So I don't have to ever now say, I have confidence, because as we stand up in the face of this onslaught, the vast majority of the American people are with us. It's the story of supporting many brave Americans who came out and spoke up, from the earliest activities, the trailblazers like Marsha P. Johnson, who stood in the front lines of liberation. Those loving couples who fought for the freedom to marry all the way to the Supreme Court and won. And it's all of you coming out, living with pride, telling your stories. Last week in India, the country of India, it wasn't just what they did, it's how they did it. Their Supreme Court unanimously decided to decriminalize homosexuality. And it's no accident that in that Supreme Court ruling in India, they cited landmark U.S. Supreme Court decisions giving people equality. Folks, this outfit thinks the rest of the world follows us because of the example of our power. It's the power of our example that has allowed us to lead the world. And it resonates around the world. All of you here tonight, and those who are no longer with us, your courage, and I think you underestimate it, gives millions of people hope. That kid who might see part of what you're doing tonight, knowing that there are thousands and thousands of people who have come forward, just may have a little more hope. A little more hope. There's an old expression made famous by Kierkegaard. He said, faith sees best in the dark. It's so dark for so many people. And you remind us that we all have a lot of work to do to stand up to the abuses of power and ensure that everyone is treated with dignity. And one more thing as I close. Some of you heard me say this before, but I say it again, it's not a joke. You guys have done more to free straight women and men than you have gays and lesbians. And you think I'm kidding, so you don't misunderstand me. Think about this one example. A lot of you are very successful businessmen and women. If you were at a fancy restaurant in Washington 5-6 years ago at an important business meeting, and a gay or lesbian waiter came up, were transgender, spoke with a lisp or demonstrated they were gay or lesbian. And someone at that luncheon table made fun of that person. No one would have said anything. Not a joke. I want you to literally think about this. Today, if that same thing happened, the other 4 or 5 people at the table say, "You horse's tail, get out of here." Really. So guys, believe in yourselves. Believe in how much more you can do. The reason my son felt so strongly about this, and Jill and I do, he died of cancer, a terrible disease. We have a foundation to try to end cancer as we know it. This is a disease and a blight on America, this disease of homophobia. And we can end it. And we can save my grandkids, my great-grandkids, and thousands of Americans. And the rest of the world will repair to the American standard. God love you, and may God protect our troops. Thank you. Thank you all for what you do. Thank you. By the way, every time I'd walk out of my grandfather Ambrose Finnegan's house in Scranton, he'd yell, "Joey, keep the faith." And my grandmother would yell, "No, Joey, spread it. Go spread the faith. Vote, 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 vote."